Okay fellas, I'm on Artistic Nightscape, 3 notches down. I'm back here at this so-called country track sign. I don't remember the sign being there 12 years ago, but maybe I actually took this turn in here. Oh, it wasn't as bad coming back as bad as I thought, but I've got these new Indian shorts on. Maybe I didn't have these Indian shorts. Yeah, these ones, I like them so much. I'm going to have to buy myself another pair. Made in Bangladesh, I think they say. Whoever made them, I love them. Thanks very much. I've almost worn them out. I really like them, man. Nice and airy. Yeah. Maybe I took the wrong track. Don't know. The sub-track, yes. Oh yeah. It'll be interesting, it's going to be a fun year, I reckon. Oh, that'll be this year's Christmas present, I reckon. Someone gets definitive proof that the Nepenthes Attenborough is only ever hand size. Well, as the photographs I saw, I was trying to get benefit of the doubt. 7 to 9 inches tops. Someone actually had their hand on the picture. I reckon you could barely get a tennis ball in the damn thing, Roger, you get bloody, and some pictures you can comfortably put a bloody Aussie football in there. Comfortably. I've seen photographs where they're sitting nicely nestled in the picture. A whole bloody football comfortably nestled in a pit. Whether that was after some sort of fire or something in the ecosystem, and they were growing exceptionally large that year, a bit like the wits. I'll grant you that. I'll grant you a bit of latitude of that, but come on. If it really was the largest, then this bloke would have photographs proving it, surely. All I've seen is photographs of nice pictures in books. I've never seen a hand or anything like that showing how big it really is. And I don't think it really is that big. I reckon we're going to find out there's more to this so-called Stuart McPherson than we actually... And I think some actual real journalists are going to really do some back-breaking work and, delve into the backstory of this person. Where did he come from? What's his story about his father? See, people are sort of doing nod, wink to on Facebook sort of thing, What's going on there? And what's going on with this publishing all the books out of India and things like that. And, so we got some hundreds of lackeys working their butts off at very little pay. It's not one of these... it's like a Nike publishing house or something like that, these books are actually being, they come off the bloody print line about $2 a book or something, and you're paying 200 and... Is that $270 for? Is that for the whole 3 set, or is that per volume? Is that per volume? Let me guess, they're coming out of some bloody Indian factory, these little slaves working their fucking butts off. So he's turning $2 into 200 and something per book or something, US. Oh, don't talk about death threats. When next time he turns up this factory, he might be like Captain Cookie, just be torn to pieces. Like the Maoris, we told you not to come back another time, but I'm really desperate. And they just tore him to pieces, Our word is our bond sort of thing, We did try to warn you kindly. We didn't want you to come back anymore. You've exhausted, depleted our ecosystem. It'll take a few years for it to come back, and we'll probably some of us will be starving until it does. But we put up with you. No, don't come back. We're not saying ever, but just for a few years. And of course, he comes back and he gets speared and torn to pieces. But apparently, hacked to death. I think is the phrase they use. But I don't know, fellas. I think it's another dead end, really. But I've had a good rant today. You just got to get the old Stuart McPherson off your chest, don't you? Sometimes, I mean, you know where I reckon he's heading? I reckon he's heading into the Lance Armstrong category. How we all believe that someone who's had cancer and only one ball, I mean, that sounds vaguely familiar, doesn't it? Hitler only had one ball, apparently. Could win. Was it 7 Tour de France's? Was it in a row? I can't remember. I'm not a bicycling expert here, but I remember for 4 years I was out on the side of the road with my son because he liked to be into the cycling for a few years. As parents, out on the side of the road. I think one time we actually did see him go past. I think for the Tour Down Under. I think he did it one year. I can't remember now. But as I'm not an expert, my son was more into it than I. But you did the whole thing. And there we go, cheering these people on. Totally deluded that someone with only one ball, having suffered cancer, couldn't possibly be on drugs, no. And apparently there's some new documentary on the ABC tonight, and it's only going to get worse. Apparently, the story. And isn't it like the GFC? How come he's not in jail? Apparently it's the biggest sporting... This is how the documentary that's on tonight is. The biggest sporting fraud in history or something. That's a big statement. It's almost like saying, oh, but it's bigger than Roger. And everyone just says, oh, really? Oh, we'll name it after Sir David Attenborough then. Oh, geez. I mean, if this pans out to be true, that it's just a big fat con. You know how we do it? We'll take the Nepenthes Attenborough name off the Nepenthes until a big one come. But to prove that we're serious, that we will stick it on the largest Nepenthes in the world if one turns up bigger than ours, we'll put the name Attenborough on the mountain, and we'll do it now and we'll put it in the print. Maybe that's why we say so. You sir David Attenborough, we're being honest. We know this has been probably a big stuff up, a big bit of a con at your expense, but to prove it to you, we'll take your name off the Nepenthes, but to prove that we're going to actually put it on anything that comes around that's bigger than Raja in the future, 100 years now, 200 years in the future, we'll put your name on the mountain with no name. That's how honourable we're going to be. We're going to prove it to you in your lifetime that we will be honourable when you're dead, sort of thing. We'll put Sir David Attenborough Mountain or something. Put your name on the mountain, and we'll put it on the map. And here we go. On your deathbed, here's a book with map of the world, and guess what? There you go. There's your mountain. We've named it after you because of this bloody... Well, it's not even a stuff-up. It sounds like an outright bloody con. Yeah. I mean, put it this way. Those photographs, it wasn't like it was a large Nepenthes picture and the bloke was struggling to put his hand around it. If it truly was the largest Nepenthes in the world, bigger than Raja, surely, even a small size picture would be impressive. But no, and I think we're as gullible as bloody this Lance Armstrong story. We've just sucked it up, and I think he's made use of that, how gullible we are. I don't know if he's laughing behind closed doors, thinking, but if he's ingenious to engineer a big con like that, is that what it is? He got advanced early editions of what's that series that came out of the BBC that has the one of the men from UNCLE in it? Robert Vaughan, is that right? Who used to play Napoleon Solo in it. It has some sort of snappy title, I've forgotten. It's not called Gotcha or something. What's it called? Some show out of Britain or something. Did he get that years before we got it? And so forth, got his mind thinking of the big con in his Nepenthes Attenborough, one of the big cons. I mean, what other big cons is he going to come up with? That's what I want to know, I mean, yeah, makes you wonder. So, I mean, do you compare the life of Stuart McPherson with the life of Gordon Cheers sort of thing? See where one's ended up and see where the other one's going sort of thing. I don't know, but makes you wonder. Yeah, as I say, always look at the fingernails. Always a dead giveaway. They say women's hands are a dead giveaway, but also look at the fingernails. Yeah, if they're bitten down to almost the nub or something, I think the person's got something. They're really worried about something, or they got a dark past, or they got something to hide. So, yeah, some of those videos that surfaced out of Victoria from the old days, I remember keenly looking at the person's fingernails and thinking, geez, you must be really worried. I mean, surely you must be in great pain if you've bitten your fingernails down that far. Surely you're on a constant daily basis of agony. They say that one of the Chinese tortures is bamboo under the fingernails. I mean, if you can bite your fingernails down to that sort of level, surely you're getting into the zone of similar sort of painage, if that's agony sort of thing. And if you can sort of disregard that sort of pain, it makes you wonder about what's really going on in the person's mind in the first place. What have they got? Why are they that worried? Self-harming them that much, and they're just talking to you like they've, it makes you wonder if they're on some sort of drug that compensates for it. They weren't even realising they were eating their bloody fingernails down to the nub sort of thing. Totally oblivious to any pain because they're on some magical substance or something that blanked out or disregarded the pain or something. I don't know. I'm just speculating here, fellas, but makes you wonder: is it going to turn out to be one of the big cons of the new millennium sort of thing? Are we ever going to be, whenever Stuart McPherson's name is brought up in polite society, everyone's going to bring up Nepenthes Attenborough, the great big plant con? Is it going to be on? Is it going to be an episode of Dark Matters or something? Because I've been carelessly getting into some of those on YouTube. Dark Matters. Some of them are good. Some of them I just skip over because they don't really sort of appeal to me. But yeah, there we go. A couple of, well, I call them echims. I hope they are echims. I'm not misdirecting you, but like it was the other day with some of the Hakers versus Casuarina, blah blah blah. And I think we are going back, aren't we? Anyway, this is 13 minutes, another long rant, but I think I need to get the old McPherson off my chest. I just can't abide liars. If he's going to turn out to be a liar, well, that's it. I'm going to totally rule him out of my life. I think other people have actually ruled him out of their lives. I don't think anyone really can abide a liar. An outright lie like that at someone, at an elderly gentleman's expense, no way. That's it. Yeah, don't worry, Sir David Adam, we'll stick by you. If we take your name off it, we'll put it on a mountain for you. How about that? Until the truly biggest one in the world comes on, then we'll stick your name on it. How about that? Can't say fairer than that. If you have been ripped off by this person, supposedly going around telling him he's your protege, but I've seen, surely if he's your protege, you would have done some sort of video on one of these documentaries saying that he was your protege. Well, if this really is a con, I don't think he's going to be your protege in the future. One of the great big scams of the century, yes. Okay, over and out for now.